Alright, everybody, this is the Nerdy Game Heroes podcast number 2. 2.5 nerds and our good friend, Mike. Introduce you guys yourselves right now. I'm Forrest.
Oh, wait, am I next?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
We'll put the guest second for no reason.
Yeah, why'd you put me second?
Because it's
'Cause
the
you're
order we're
nice to me.
sitting.
Say your name.
That's
I am
how we're
Mike.
sitting.
That's Mike.
I want to die.
Hi, I'm Brian. I've wanted to die for a while.
My name's Matt, and my shirt says Sad Boy on it.
God, this is going to be a very... Turn the depression up. This is going to be a very depressing podcast, I
Fuck
suppose.
you, Forrest.
We're talking about anime. Let's go. It's an anime podcast. We should be happy. There's a lot of kawaii girls and neckos and all kinds of stuff.
Forrest,
in anime
you're
life.
losing Bri.
I'm losing.
I love kawaii
You might even be
girls.
losing me.
All right, let's
Oh my
begin.
God.
What do we talk about first? How about first?
Let's talk about Mike's Reus figure first.
Oh yeah, that's a
Which
good
one?
Which one? So I'm a poser. I watch anime, but I watch streamlined anime.
Mainstream?
Yes,
Mainstream.
it's streamed to me though.
It's just all
Stream-
So it's
Bri.
streamlined.
It's me.
Mainstream.
Is it not? Netflix streams. That's a streamlined anime.
Now, define what the difference
Stream.
between a poser and a not poser is.
A
At
poser
what
is
point do
someone
you
who watches the
stop?
popular shows.
At what point do you stop being a poser, though?
When you stop watching Dragon Ball Z.
2,000 some hours of anime.
Hey, it's 101.58 days currently.
That's
At this moment.
That's a lot of days.
a lot of days
Yeah.
of
That's a lot.
straight up
That is a
anime
lot.
watching.
It's 417 shows.
417 shows. I'm gonna talk about like 5, so
Ooh,
that's cool.
that's
We
cool.
So,
Not.
wait, do we want to talk about
Do not.
animes that we've watched, or talk about our first experiences with anime? I think we'll go with that. I'm just gonna go
First
into it.
experiences.
All right.
Yes.
When it comes to first experiences, I have to ask, do you want me to talk about, like, first experiences when I was a kid, or do you want me to talk about first experiences of when I started down a terrible, terrible track of depression?
Okay, either or
Thank
works
God.
for me, honestly. I'm sure it's entertaining, so go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, which one?
Kid.
We should talk about kids first,
Go
so that
kid.
way Bri feels
kid.
like she's engaging.
Yeah, she
in
can
the
say that she
conversation.
watched Pokemon.
I watched Sailor Moon a lot. When
There
I
you
was
go!
little.
See, that's already a
I've
thing.
never
love-
seen an episode of Sailor Moon.
I had
Neither
a
have I.
Sailor
Sailor
Moon room. Like
Oh
my
my
bedroom
God.
when I was a kid was in Sailor Moon.
Oh my
I just
God.
wanna
And
take-
I can't tell you a single thing about the show now.
Wasn't one of their names? Weren't they
Sailor
sailors?
Weren't they
I don't-
sailors?
I couldn't tell you.
Did it have something to do with the moon?
They were named after the planets.
Yeah,
No.
Uranus.
Uranus is correct. That's how. much
actually?
There's a meme about eating dumplings in a tuxedo.
I don't know
What?
this.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
love
know.
memes.
I couldn't tell you a single.
So you watch
like,
Sailor
Sorry.
Moon. Did
I
you
don't know
watch
Sailor
anything else?
Moon memes.
Pokemon,
I told you.
Digimon,
Yeah.
Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Boy, get that Digimon.
The
I saw a
Pokemon
lot of-
ripoff.
I saw
Screw you,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
man.
Have you guys
Of course.
rewatched Digimon? Speaking
It's
of Digimon.
awesome.
No,
I don't know if
I
I've
don't
ever
know
watched
where-
Digimon.
Digimon's really
I don't
good.
remember.
I
it.
rewatched it like
Digimon is
last year, I
awesome.
think, and I like as I was watching it, I thought to myself the entire time, I'm like, is this really a kids show?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
there's
there's
some
death.
really dark undertones and stuff.
Bad
in that
Isn't
show.
the Digimon movie like really depressing? Like even
Yeah,
more
yeah,
depression?
yeah.
More depression.
I
Oh,
know,
it's
it
not
had the-
depression.
Even more depression.
Oh, that's had the. It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
No, that song has been just
I love that song.
Programmed
And it had
into my
that terrible
brain.
Angelica, whatever the hell her name
Angelica
is.
show. Yeah.
I think
Talking
at the
about
start of the
Rugrats?
movie, and it sucked.
We're talking about
No,
the
we're not.
Digimon movie. We're talking about the Digimon movie I have on VHS.
I
do
know VHS too, bro.
Anyone remember what
Yeah.
VHS?
VHS is the shit.
Yeah.
Love
Kids
VHS.
these days think
We got rid of all those.
don't even know what it means
Yeah.
to turn a TV to channel
A
3 to watch
chibi?
your damn
A chibi.
movie.
A chibi. We
We're
didn't
not
have
talking about
TVs
chibi.
in my day.
We're not talking about chibis here.
Gotta turn the chibi
That's
to
an
channel
art style.
tree.
It's an
I
art
know.
style.
So after you turn the chibi to channel tree, what would you do?
Channel
Fuck
3.
you.
I'm gonna reel us back in. So
Yeah.
as everybody here, I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh as well. My brothers still play Yu-Gi-Oh and they are 28 to 30.
They still watch
You don't even know how old they
No,
are.
they don't watch it.
There's cards right over
Well,
there.
they're different
My
ages.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards are over
Well,
there.
yes, they're
like
20.
4 years.
I know.
But yeah, they still play Yu-Gi-Oh. But I watched it because of them. And then of course like Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
And, like-
Rock the Dragon.
I don't know, like all those other like
Screw you.
Naruto.
man.
Punch?
I
One
don't
Punch
like-
on 4Kid? Oh, no,
Naruto,
One Punch.
is that
One
one?
Piece.
Excuse me?
One
I
Piece
still
on
watch
4Kids.
Boruto, so
Did you say One Punch on 4
Yeah, I
kids?
know, I fucked up bad.
Jesus Christ,
One
dude.
Punch.
He's talking about about One Piece.
One
When
Piece,
we were all
unfortunately.
kids,
Yeah.
There's new One Piece figures coming out in September and November, and I want them all. Well, September through November.
I have a
There's some in
figure I need to
October.
get.
Too. I want them all.
so
Except the, like...
the main thing is anime.
creepy
When we were
ones.
kids, I watched things like Digimon. I watched Digimon, but like I said, I told you guys this before, but the whole way it started for me is I watched none of the normal American shows. I watched nice, wholesome shows
Yeah,
like
it's-
Teenage
it's-
Mutant
it
Ninja
was
Turtles.
on
Oh, so
TV.
just because they're American, they're normal for us? That's a little bit racist.
That's
Well,
problematic.
I started
Just because
With
Japanese
Dragon Ball
men
Z.
like to make 12-year-old girls look like they're 30.
Like Misty, short.
okay.
What's wrong
just
with
cut
that?
me off, Wyoach. I was gonna get us
Hey,
back
I
on
mean, they
topic.
censored some of the stuff, right? Like, they cut that.
Oh, have
Yeah,
you
jelly
seen-
donuts.
They cut that episode where they had the beach contest.
Speaking of this, have any of you ever seen what the Pokemon manga used to look like in
Yeah,
Japan?
they cut
Yeah.
Pokemons in half and shit.
And there was
Awesome.
people wearing things they should not have been wearing. And there was a scene.
Hey, don't tell women what they can and can't.
There was a
wear,
scene.
you bitch.
She was 12 years old, bro.
Yeah.
There was a
Don't
scene.
sexualize a 12-year-old
Wait, wait,
Matt.
wait, wait. You realize that there was a freaking episode that got cut, like, during the first season.
Because
they had
they-
a beach contest to see who, like, they had a swimsuit
Yeah,
contest.
and didn't
and fucking,
what's his
James
name?
won. James fucking won it with inflatable
and had
breasts.
Inflatable breasts.
Well, in the
Damn, son.
Pokemon manga, there was a scene where Brock and Ash snuck around to watch Misty shower.
Oh,
Oh, that's normal.
Brock
that's-
gives me rapey vibes anyway.
Brock is rapey. He was rapey the whole time. He's rapey in everything he's
Yeah.
in. He's like Nurse Joy. Ugh,
I'm
jelly
Mr. Jenny.
donuts.
Doesn't he have like a billion siblings?
Oh my
though?
god, you did not just mention
I
the
love
jelly
these
donuts.
jelly donuts, Nurse
No,
Joy.
it's I love jelly filled.
Ah.
Oh, I love donuts. Jelly filled are my favorite. Nothing
Officer
beats
Jenny
a
and-
jelly filled
Officer
donut.
Jenny and Nurse Joy
Wait,
and my jelly donut.
I'm finding this Misty thing for Bri, or at least seeing if I can, because they went too far.
But what I did was I started.
This is Misty in The Electric Tale of Pikachu.
Oh damn.
What now, Bri?
I'm saying.
I mean, she's
that
got
that's
assets,
probably-
right?
Oh.
She's supposed to be
All right,
12.
wait, I got this, Matt. In terms of
Clearly
Girls
not a
develop
12-year-old's
early.
body.
in terms of anime characters, she has a lot of plot. I can't tell how much backstory she has, but she has a lot of plot.
It's a lot of
First
plot
of all,
right there.
let's
Very-
go back to what Forrest said
Yes.
about what. Do you want to repeat yourself?
Yeah, I'll repeat what I was saying before. When we were talking about what
No,
shows
no,
we watched.
no.
Wait, what
I
did
mean,
he say?
No, he
Oh.
said something very. You said that's definitely not a 12-year-old's body, and I want to know what 12-year-olds you've been looking at, and
I
why.
don't think so. That's not 12.
Wow.
A 12-year-old's body would not be that developed with giant voluptuous plots.
I don't know.
Backstory.
You call it plot?
You stole my words.
Voluptuous
We're gonna
plot.
back-
Right.
Let's get back to the pot.
You watched Yu-Gi-Oh! and Pokemon
This podcast is going exactly how I
and
thought
some
it would.
Digimon and that kind of stuff. I started watching Dragon Ball Z. That's where I started. And then I branched out to everything. And I started watching all kinds of shows. But unfortunately, a lot
Define
of
all
them-
kinds.
Well, anything that was on either Toonami or
I see
Adult
where
Swim.
Mike's going.
Anything that was anime related or something, because
Oh, anything anime.
I wanted to
related.
watch that kind of style of show because
He
I
had to
wasn't
put
on
some of
normal
it in a
TV.
special
It was only on
folder. Okay,
Toonami or
let's-
Adult Swim. So I can remember I watched Inuyasha when it came out on Adult Swim every morning before I went to school. I watched
God, you
Dragon
got
Ball
up
Z.
early. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got up early. Well, it was the only way I could watch anime. Either that or I would have to illegally watch it on the internet or something. So, which
No.
I didn't know how to do.
But he
'cause
doesn't have
we
internet.
had dial-up back then, and that didn't really work out too
God, why
well.
do we all sound like 90s kids complaining about our
Because
childhoods?
we are 90s kids complaining about our childhoods.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Aw.
Except for the VHS tapes. They
Oh
were
yeah,
rad.
VHS tapes.
They were rad.
When you had to rewind it and it
Oh,
spoiled it for
oh,
you.
hell yeah, that was great.
Best times.
Or those times the VHS tape would actually come out of the tape thing inside of your VHS player.
Anybody remember how badass they felt when they got their first CD player?
Oh shit!
Yes.
Yes,
You were
and you
like,
burnt
fuck
shit
yeah.
on it.
Don't you remember
Oh yeah,
MP?
you burned CDs.
You burnt
Burnt
CDs
CDs.
like nuts.
You guys
and you
remember-
gave your computer STDs.
Oh yeah.
Remember when your
I don't
computer
think I ever
actually
did that.
needed a CD drive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mine doesn't.
Floppy disk.
Mine
was
doesn't
the
have a
thing,
CD
too.
drive, yeah.
Dude, I had floppies all over the place.
I used a floppy
Floppies.
once in my
Big
life.
floppies, small.
That's because
floppies.
Force is old, though.
I used a floppy once in my life.
Dude.
You are.
I put a PowerPoint presentation on a floppy.
Really?
Took the whole floppy.
Of course it did.
As a kid, I tested it to see if I could do it.
Yeah,
It was
of course
bad.
it would take up the whole damn
Yeah.
floppy. Now we're getting off topic again.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't stay on topic if our
Well,
life
we don't have to
depended
stay on
it.
topic,
We don't have
okay?
All right, fine. But anime is cool and fun and awesome. All right, who wants to pick up?
But
from
Dragon Ball sucks
So,
now because
Screw you, Dragon Ball.
So
the whole
first shows.
coming back to life
First
every
shows,
episode
right?
thing got old.
First shows is where we were. That was the
Yeah.
original topic.
Dragon Ball Z,
Oh, first shows?
Inuyasha, Digimon.
First shows of anime I watched would probably have been. I didn't actually start seeing Naruto until. So first things I probably watched as a kid would have been
Bridas.
like One Piece on 4Kids, which is actually really funny because my grandma showed that. to me.
One Piece on
Your
4Kids.
grandmother
Yeah.
showed you the One Piece.
My grandmother let me watch it.
You
Yeah.
like pirates?
Dreamin', don't give it up, Grandma. Dreamin'.
Grandma.
Don't give it up,
Grandma let me
Mikey.
watch that.
Dreamin'.
And then Naruto was probably the second thing I ever watched.
Dude, like when Naruto first came out, it was the coolest goddamn shit in the world to me.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I didn't get to watch too much.
Yeah, what I remember of any anime as a kid and like a teenager
Was
is
loving
just
it.
just seeing random episodes and never
Yeah,
knowing what
uh-huh.
any of the story was and
Exactly.
still
Who gave
liking
a
it.
shit? You, got to see cool
in.
stuff.
You just tuned in every week.
You
for
saw
the
episode 12, then you saw the first episode, then you saw
Which is-
episode 230.
Hey,
Which is why I think American
Oh.
cartoons do that shit. There's no consecutive
Yeah.
You know what's
story.
funny, actually, when you guys are talking about that? That's actually what confused me as a kid because I watched that Dragon Ball Z. The first episode I watched was Goku turning Super Saiyan 3 and beating the shit out of
And then
Majin
you went and
Buu.
started it over. And
Well,
he's a
no, what
kid.
happened was I watched that and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I've never seen anything like this. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. It's awesome. So then the first PS2 game came out. Dragon Ball Z Budokai came out.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, I can't wait to buy this. I'm going to see Goku Super Saiyan 3. It's going to be so cool. And it came out. And literally, it was the like Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga, and Cell Saga, all of which I've never seen before, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. But I played that whole video game. I actually thought that was the story at first, until I watched the actual anime. The video game is completely different from this
Yeah,
like, the anime
a
too.
little bit.
Games are the best part.
They were great.
The games
though.
are good.
Game was awesome.
Cool.
That's my story.
Cool.
Go, Brian, talk more.
I didn't even
I'm
talk
nothing.
yet.
Yeah, give Matt the
Go ahead,
topic.
Matt.
First thing I want to take note of is I just see me spiking every time I laugh on the thing, and when all of you
Yep.
talk, you're like this little tiny line that barely appears.
That's because we're being respectable.
And I laugh
Unlike
and it just
somebody.
breaks. It peaks every 2 seconds when I'm laughing.
Turn your compression up.
Well, I'm really sorry, Forrest.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the
Yeah.
first animes that I remember watching
Yes.
were like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, which every kid watched in the
Yeah,
90s.
Yep,
Exactly,
every single one of us did. They were on WB,
Yeah.
man.
I didn't know it was
90s
anime, it was
and
just a cartoon.
2000s,
It was
early
on WB
2000s.
Kids, right?
Freaking Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
kids.
it was something. It was like one of those
They
channels
were
that
on, like,
everybody
two-
did.
They were on like 2 or 3 different channels because they were still on like Cartoon Network and stuff.
I
weren't they?
remember freaking Weevil throwing.
'Cause I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! GX for
Cards
sure
off
was
the
on
damn
Cartoon
boat.
Network.
I don't know.
I know. I think it was on Kids W. I think it
They
was
were on
Kids
Cartoon
WB.
Network too, though. I
It
swear.
was like one
it
of
was on
those
Cartoon Network.
that
Kids WB.
it was
every
on a
Saturday.
non-cable channel. I know.
And
that for
Pokemon
a
was on
fact.
Cartoon
And
Network.
Yeah.
Pokemon was on Cartoon Network. Yeah. Toonami had Dragon Ball Z for me. Adult Swim
Nickelodeon
had
didn't have
Inuyasha.
anything. They're
And
racist.
actually, Adult Swim had Full Metal Alchemist too.
I didn't
Swim
watch
had
that until
good
like
shit.
2 years ago.
I'm watching it now.
But this is
Watching
the
it now.
this is the
Yeah.
thing I talked about before this.
Now.
Mike wasn't down
What's
here,
wrong?
I think, when I was saying it. How I don't remember the names of like half the shows I watched in the past few years when I've watched a bunch of
So I had
shows,
to make a
except for
list.
all the ones that are really popular. When I sat down to make a list of like the newer ones I've watched, it was just like me trying to think of all the different shows I've watched and be like, wow, I don't remember the names of any of these shows.
That's why I made a list. And
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
scrolling.
But I also watched like One Piece
Too
too.
many.
Once I was like 8 or so, I remember watching a lot of One Piece and watching random Naruto. I never really watched it on purpose.
Did you watch the
But then
AMVs?
me
I really got
and
into
Joey,
Naruto.
who was my neighbor at my dad's house, watched Dragon Ball Z like all day every day, and that kind of made me
Yes!
hate it as I grew up now.
No!
Because I got sick of it because
What?
everyone dies and there's never any bit of
Yeah.
sadness in that show.
What's wrong with
And
you?
I'm a
Dragon
sad
Ball Z
boy.
was my childhood.
Yeah, but it's
but
stupid.
I'm
plot-wise.
sorry.
You think it's good literally because
Bulma's plot, it's
Well,
just
yeah,
not
that's why
voluptuous.
it's my childhood. Whatever.
Your childhood was
Well,
sad.
guess what? I hated One Piece. It sucked.
I hate One Piece now, but I still love it.
The art style was terrible, and 4Kids dub made it even worse.
Well, this is what I say to you saying that the art style is horrible. no other art styles like it.
I haven't fucking watched it since
One
I was
Piece?
a kid.
Yeah, at least they have
I've
their own
never
art
seen
style.
it.
It's not just like, hey,
Never will.
we all look
Never
the same.
will
This is
either. Yeah, like
modern
the
anime.
Deformed creatures as
Yeah.
characters. I love it.
It's too much of a commitment. It's like
One
1,000
Piece.
episodes.
Yeah.
I have watched 900
Yeah,
and
One
like
Piece is a
something
meme.
episodes of One Piece in the past 3
I
years.
can't commit to watching any TV show.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
After
lie.
Dance Moms ended, I
A lot
died.
of anime I watched late, except the only anime I watched for the story, which is weird, was Inuyasha. I'm legitimately, because I watched it every
I remember
damn
seeing that
morning.
on like Adult Swim, but I've never
Yeah,
watched
I watched
the whole
it every
show.
morning on Adult Swim, so I actually got the story, and I didn't even care if they were reruns, because I liked the characters. Then I went later, and I'm like, what kind of thing is Inuyasha? And I wanted to read the manga, and here it's a romance like, plot manga that's like Twilight,
Isn't it?
where the
shoujo,
whole
too?
point of it, the whole point of it
Team Jacob
is-
for life.
the whole point of it, seriously, it's like that. It's like, oh, I'm team Kagome for life. No,
fucking
I'm
shippers.
team
The fucking
Team-
shippers.
I'm
Tim,
freaking-
Team Jacob.
I think the thing that I watched for the story was definitely Tokyo Ghoul, and that was like my favorite anime until the end of this season.
I got-
Where I was just like-
Are you upset with Ri?
I was
Add a
just
couple
like,
more E's on
how
it, that's
how
why
can
I
I
was
like
upset with it.
how can I like Kaneki now? I was like, how can I ever like him
Dude,
again?
I have major spoilers for
Tokyo
you, but I don't want
Ghoul.
to say anything.
I've watched it all
No, I meant like.
of the manga.
Yeah.
I've never read. The
I haven't
manga.
read the manga either.
I
but
really
I'm
wanna
listening
read the
to
manga
I have
for
not
that.
read the manga nor watched
The
the
only-
anime.
the
and all I
only-
know is that the anime diverges completely from the manga.
The only manga that I have finished in its entirety
Right now, but I think the anime
is Berserk. I've read all of Berserk
Oh,
up to where it
yes.
is.
Oh,
it's on
I read
Hiatus.
I read all of Berserk in like 3 days.
Berserk is awesome. So, and who introduced you to Berserk?
Bri actually.
Yeah, Bri did.
Yeah, I'm really into it.
Bri has like 800 shows watched. She's like twice my hours. It's amazing.
Yeah,
You know
Bri's
me.
favorite is
I
High School
introduced you to
DxD.
Berserk, you fool.
It's right there. I'm not even joking. It's right there under the TV.
Is your High School
Where is
DxD
it?
right
We need to
there?
get
Under
Brian-
the TV.
Wait, what?
Under the TV, behind it.
Oh,
August and Jared were here. and
they
they
look
wanted to
hidden
watch it.
as they should be.
Yeah, kind of.
Good lord. See, you have that show you like a lot. High
It's
School
good
DxD.
though. High School DxD is just it's just good.
It's
It's
not.
got good action.
Okay, the back
The
of this
story
one
is
might give
good.
you a little bit of what it's
They're
like.
good.
The plot
Alright.
ruins it.
No, the plot's just
There's
extras.
plot all over the
Look.
place. Plot here, plot here,
But
plot from underneath,
you have to admit,
plot from underneath, plot
the
from above.
fights, the fights are good. The
I was-
fights are good.
I was
I
sitting
don't.
there
I've only
in
watched
High
like the
School
first
DxD,
season and a half or two.
Like I watched it with you. Those first couple seasons, like wow, the plot thickens.
Okay, let's
The
describe to
story's
Brian
good,
what
though.
High School
I meant
DxD
the
is.
plot
yeah,
thickens.
yeah, but the story's good.
Okay, so this kid,
And it's just
it's
Wait,
kind of like the
alright.
beginning is like the same as Tokyo Ghoul.
Let's not break it
He
down.
gets baited
alright?
by some girl, and then she ends up being a
Nuances.
demon, and she kills him.
High
There's
School
4 seasons of it. Those are
DxD.
only the first 3.
High School DxD is a
The
guilty
fourth one just
pleasure.
ended. It is.
Okay,
Um,
it's like me liking Dragon Ball Z.
It's a guilty
But I
pleasure.
didn't start
The
with
show
DxD.
isn't that great, but I like
Okay, let me
it.
do
I
that.
didn't start with DxD.
I didn't either.
They're fine.
If we're gonna re-talk about, did everyone talk about their
Wait,
first
wait.
shows? Are you done, Matt? Because then I'm gonna get into.
Yeah,
mine.
all I really watched as a kid was like One Piece, Naruto,
Digimon was
Pokemon.
so
I didn't really
shit.
watch
I love it.
I'm
Digimon.
gonna get into the.
I knew what it was,
Digital
but
monsters,
I guess
digital
Gundam. I think I watched
monsters.
Gundam as a kid
Gundam?
randomly. I remember it always being on, and I always had Gundam figures as a kid,
Really?
like action figures.
Beyblade.
I had a couple Gundam figures.
Oh, Beyblades! Oh my God, Brian!
I watched
Yeah.
Beyblade.
No.
I don't remember a single thing about it.
Now
It
the show, I don't remember anything
No, no,
about
no,
the
no,
show.
no,
no,
I
no,
don't think I ever.
I
watched
saw the
the
show,
I
but I don't
definitely
remember
seen
any.
it.
of
But
it.
now playing with Beyblades.
Oh, Beyblade. When you just like pull that and you like rip it at somebody.
When you had one of those plastic freaking
Speaking
games
of
and
weird
you
Japanese-
ripped it just right and it popped out and smacked
Yes.
someone in the face.
Speaking of weird
Yeah, smack me in
Japanese
the eye,
games,
then your parents told
Force
you
cut
couldn't
me
buy
off.
them anymore.
Yeah, he did.
speaking of weird Japanese games,
Yeah.
I just put all my Bakugan away today.
Oh
Mine are
my
upstairs.
god!
I saw that,
Please
yeah,
tell me
I
you
saw
don't
that.
watch.
Mine are upstairs.
I didn't watch it. Oh, I guess I did watch it a little bit, but as a kid,
Terrible.
we got made fun of for playing Bakugan because we were already like 13 by the.
Hey, fine, okay? I'd still play Bakugan now.
I wouldn't.
we maybe
I don't know what it is.
It's the magnetic like card, and
There's
you
little
roll
balls
the
that
little
pop
ball,
out
and
of
it
the
pops
monsters,
out into
yeah.
like a creature, and it's a card game.
Do you want a live demonstration?
Mike, go get your balls and show them to Brian.
No.
Oh my
No,
god, no.
Let's stay seated on this couch and
Please.
everybody hold on to their balls.
Don't roll them out.
yeah. Oh, don't hold them.
You said hold on to their
Yeah,
balls.
you said hold on.
So Yu-Gi-Oh was like the best marketing.
I thought we were
ever.
talking about High School DxD.
Yeah, why are we going to Yu-Gi-Oh?
We're supposed to explain the plot of High School DxD to
I
Brian.
don't want to hear it.
No, she doesn't want to hear it.
Why?
I don't wanna hear it.
Because I don't care.
Let's just move on with
I watched 2 episodes of my
Brian,
neighbor
you love
Totoro.
titties.
Let's move on to, the flow, guys. Let's keep the flow going here. The rekindling, Matt. Did you pause
Keep
it?
your flow going.
Fuck you. Alright. The rekindling. When did you start rewatching anime? Did you ever stop, is the question. Did you, stop
Yes.
for a while? Okay,
No, we
then
didn't.
what show brought you back to it?
High School DxD.
Trigun.
Trigun?
I was on Netflix. Trigun was on Netflix, and I literally watched the entire show in
Trigun
like,
is
a day.
sweet.
And then I bought all the DVDs like the next day,
You
and
made
then
me watch,
I went
half
like
of
nuts and watched, and then bought the manga the next day after that. I have a problem with Trigun.
it. You know what brought me back into anime? Because it's a really sad, degenerate show.
High School DxD.
Fate/Prisma Ilia.
That is
brought
a
you-
long
that
name.
brought you back
that
into
brought me
anime.
back into it when I I watched
Brian,
that
I feel
when
like
was in
you
high
right
school.
now.
Oh man, those sweet.
Lollies?
I don't know how
Lollies. Lollies.
making out. That's what brought you back.
What is this anime or hentai? I need to know.
Anime.
It's hentai.
I mean, Fate. Come on.
Baku no
Fate.
Pico.
You told me I don't want to hear it. Fate is a wholesome
It's based,
anime.
no, it's not. Fate is based
It's not
off
based
of
on anything
visual
wholesome.
novels.
But it's wholesome as an anime.
I hear the word visual novels, and I think of a
Instantly think
half-naked man
erotica.
on the cover with 50-year-old men reading it.
Think
I
of
mean,
instant-
50-year-old women
think
reading
of
it. Sorry.
instant erotica. Just think of instant erotica. That's all it is. It's
Harry
basically-
Potter
It's-
erotica.
It's
You know
meant
all those
for
games
little
you get
Japanese boys who want to harem.
You know all those
they
games
read
get released
visual
on Steam?
novels.
Like Honey Pop.
Like Honey Pop. You know how they all have the sexual content tag? That's a visual novel. Every single one of them.
Okay, now I
all
understand what
they
we're
are.
talking about, I
Yeah.
think.
But they also have plot.
Story.
Sure.
Plot.
Story
Breasts,
plot.
yes, I understand what you're saying, Forrest.
They have backstory too.
There's backstory.
Ass, I understand what you're talking
There's a lot of that stuff going around in those visual novels.
I would like to excuse myself from this conversation.
You're not allowed
Well,
to
Brian, that's about what
You're not
this
allowed to leave
entire
the
show
couch.
is. But this show does actually have a kind of
He's
cool story.
holding
It's a
up
good
the
show.
High School DxD or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's-
Nobody can see you
it does
holding
have
it
a
up,
good
Matt.
story.
It is a pretty good show.
It
There's
does.
just a lot of
High School
nudity in it
DxD.
for no reason.
Man, those nipple lasers.
I still don't want to watch it.
I mean, I wouldn't make you
Mike, pop
watch
it in while we do the
No,
podcast. Just
no.
turn the volume off.
That's
No.
copyright
She'll see the
strikes.
plot.
It's
I don't want to see any plot or
Yeah, give
backstory.
her a
I'm
break,
okay.
man.
Unless
Let
it's
her watch
Jennifer
Yuri on Ice.
Lawrence.
Oh, but one.
Let her watch Yuri on Ice.
Bro, if it makes you feel any
Is that
better,
ice
the nipple
skating?
laser
Yeah,
after
it's gay
that
ice
is all
skating.
downhill.
It's literally gay ice skating. That's what the show
I
is.
would watch it.
See? Let her watch Yuri
There's
on
all
Ice.
these animes that I've never watched that are like that. There's like cooking ones. There's the basketball one that's really popular.
I bet
There's
Brian would
a
really
soccer
like
one that's
Boku no
really
Pico.
popular.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
That just sounds
I
like
haven't watched
gibberish.
most of the
What do you
mainstream.
think? Wouldn't she like Boku no Pico?
Can we
Please
not
stop
mention
talking
that?
about what I
We're
I
trying to have a wholesome
Hey.
conversation.
I knew that was going to get
Can you
mentioned
shut
at
the
some
fuck
point.
Of
up?
course it was.
What?
Now we'll forget about
You
it.
don't need
Go
to
ahead.
scream.
Do you want to hear what Boku no Pico
We're trying
is?
to
It's a
stop-
meme.
Not really.
It's a terrible meme.
I don't know if it's
Do you
a meme.
understand that I'm not gonna watch or look into any of these?
Yeah,
'Cause
We're
I-
trying to have a fun podcast, though, Brian. You have to like what we're talking about,
That's
guys.
why I didn't want to
told
have
you
anime
before.
as a topic. I knew it was going to go bad.
I know she's ruining the whole thing.
She's not ruining.
Bonk.
Jeez.
She's just
Oh,
yelling at
wow.
all of us,
Oh
flipping
my
us off.
God.
Jeez, Matt. Matt, you're a douche.
You're gonna be single.
She flipped me off.
I mean, you probably deserve it.
So yeah, that's what made me go back. Was Trigun.
I watched
What-
One Piece.
Yours, it was the Fate series. Well, you know what though? The thing about that series is that I almost watched it because I've only
Dude, it's
watched
good.
I only watched Fate Stay Night and I watched Unlimited Blades works like later, but
you
I watched the
watched Zero?
movie
Have you
before
watched
that.
Zero?
Forrest-
I have not watched Zero.
Forrest, the problem
I know,
with what you're
Clem,
doing right
I
now-
know.
You're facing Mike while you're talking,
Oh.
Yeah, the mic's there.
But the
and
mic's
it's
there.
not picking up like anything that you're saying.
The mic's right here. I'm talking to Mike.
Talking to the wrong mic.
Oh,
You
okay.
need to talk to the mic.
I'm talking to the mic.
The microphone.
Microphone. All right, I gotcha. But yeah, so I haven't watched Fate Zero, but I wanted to watch it because it seemed it was weird, but I want to get into the story more because I want to know what's going on in that universe.
It's
Go ahead, Brian. You can start talking. Jeez, I'm sorry.
No, we're talking about how it's not recording
Yeah,
you
it's
at all
not
because you're
Recording-
staring
it
at
should be
Mike.
recording me.
It is. I can watch the lights later.
And the thing is, like,
It's
the
not.
bar when Mike talking is really small, but when you talk, it's like just the line.
It's listening to me. You can hear me right now.
Yeah, but it's still small. But
Gotta
like,
make him
the
start
problem
yelling.
is you're really far away, but you also turn towards Mike every time you talk.
Well,
Because he's engaging in conversation with me.
I am.
I understand. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I just don't want you to be too
We don't
quiet.
have
This
because
is a
loud
mess
mics.
of a
usually-
podcast. What are we talking about now?
I think that's what's making it more fun.
What's
Is
the
it?
rekindling, Matt? Your rekindling.
I said One Piece.
One Piece was your rekindling?
Yeah, during like my first year of college, I was like, let's watch. Well, Justin was like, man, we should watch Dragon Ball Z one time, and we watched like the first episode in my house, and then I never watched anything after that.
But
And
I
I was
have
like,
the Frieza saga on DVD.
I was like,
you should watch it with me.
looking at, I don't even know. It's probably just from you or someone else watching anime, and then I just like saw One Piece one day, and I was like, I remember watching that. I really liked One Piece, so I watched 900 something episodes across the next 2 years.
Jesus, burned yourself
Christ.
out.
Matt.
That is not what you do.
I watched Naruto also in between that,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
not
like
what you do.
the original's a few hundred, and then the next one's like 500 and something.
Oh, doesn't One Piece have a crap ton of filler?
Yeah,
So
most
does
of it is
Naruto.
filler.
So does Naruto.
I skipped those parts.
I did
wasn't watching
too.
the Ostrich Ninja
There
episode.
was episodes of Naruto I skipped, like a lot of episodes of Naruto.
Man,
I
I
skipped.
can't wait to watch the boxing kangaroo
I'll have
Naruto
you know-
episode and the Ostrich
I'll
Ninja
have you know,
episode.
I watched every single episode of Bleach until it got to the point
I
that
did
I couldn't
too.
take it anymore.
How
I
many
did
episodes
too.
are there of Bleach?
I
There's
skipped
a
the
lot.
last arc because I couldn't take it anymore.
That's the good one.
The last one?
Yeah, the animation anyway, because they knew they were going out of business.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's already after fucking Aizen.
So they got rid of it.
Oh, it's terrible.
Bright just looks angry.
Yeah, I know. She wants something to talk about, and there's nothing
Right, tell
really
us
to talk
about your favorite anime. Tell us about something. Tell us about any new anime you've watched.
How much?
Nothing.
How
Well,
better is Digimon than
You've
Pokemon?
seen Cory in the House.
I
my
watched
favorite
2
anime.
episodes of My Neighbor Totoro like 2
There you
years
go.
ago, and I really liked it, and I thought it was really cute, and then I forgot about it.
Well, yeah.
And
It's
every
usually
time I
good.
hear about it, or now they have like the setups in Barnes and Nobles, which I frequent often because I'm a book nerd, not a video game or anime nerd.
Next week,
Um,
Bright, next week.
But every time I go into Barnes and Noble, they have
Ready
like a
to come back,
display
talk about
now
Percy
for
Jackson?
my. Oh my god, I could.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I get to come back to talk
I
about
will do
Percy
6
Jackson?
episodes of Percy
I've
Jackson.
had at least a podcast worth of content every day for the last year and a half about Percy Jackson.
I was gonna say, do I get to
I'm
come
sorry,
back
I
and talk
reread
about
them.
Percy Jackson?
But anyway,
Sure.
we'll do that later, and I will tell you all my theories and all the deep shit I got into.
Damn.
And how
You
I
get into
got.
the fanfics yet?
Oh,
I
shit.
rediscovered Tumblr.
Bright is on Tumblr.
Brian wrote the fanfics.
No,
Mike.
She's
no,
right.
I have not got that far. I've rediscovered Tumblr, which I had once when I was like 12 years old. I have rediscovered it. I'm tumbling every day, and I'm too far gone.
Percy,
Tumble. Oh, jeez.
I
Percy
get called a
slipped inside the
degenerate.
satyr.
Oh, God.
But anyway, so every time I go into Barnes and Noble, they have a My Neighbor Totoro like display, and I think I watched 2 episodes of that.
All right there,
I
buddy.
should probably
Yeah,
finish
just bring
it,
my phone around.
and then
should
I
be
forget
honest.
about it. So yeah, My
Okay.
Neighbor Totoro. I should watch it, but I'm not going to.
How about some anime that anybody could watch, even here? Anyone could watch it and they'd probably like it.
Does that mean I have to pull up shit? Because obviously I've
Anyone
watched
could
them.
watch it and they could like it.
Cowboy Bebop. Done.
See, the problem I'm thinking of...
Wouldn't like Cowboy Bebop.
The ending's
I'm trying to think of the ones that
Well-
I like, and the problem I'm having
Yeah.
is that they're all really dark.
But it's not about the ending, Mike. It's about the,
The journey.
yeah.
Soul Eater is the worst ending
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
ever
it
seen in my
does.
entire
It
life.
does have a
Yeah.
word.
I won because of bravery or like something or friendship.
Friendship.
The power of friendship killed the enemy.
It's always friendship.
Look, it's bad when Fairy Tail
Alright.
does it every episode, but when
I like
you do it
Berserk.
as the ending,
Like Berserk.
I don't like the anime
so if
Berserk.
I was to give out things I think
I like it.
everyone could
dark.
watch.
Looks like a PS2 game.
Did you guys watch Kimi no Wow, I fucked
Coming
up
on
bad.
Waka?
Your Name. Have you watched Your Name yet?
Your name?
Yeah, Your Name. It's a movie.
I have not.
No. It's
I haven't
that
seen
wonderful
any-
One that's
It's
a-
good.
I
I don't
know
think I've
everyone
seen
talks
a
about it and sucks its you know what all the time, so I'm assuming it's a
Dick.
very good anime movie.
Oh, we're
Hey.
looking for
You
a
can say dick.
Come on.
I can
now.
say dick?
You have a dick, so you can say dick.
Dick.
Bryce said dick.
I got big dick energy.
Oh, no! It's soiled!
Okay. What
Yeah, my
about-
girlfriend has a penis.
What
but
about
yeah,
a silent voice?
it's skinny.
A silent voice is probably one that
Never
everyone
watched
can
that
watch.
either.
That's another
Okay.
movie.
Your girl's skinny.
A
I don't
silent-
watch anime movies, man.
Yeah, I don't
Konosuba?
think I've never watched an anime movie since like an anime
Well, you know
movie
what?
that's not from a show
Do you think anyone
since
could
I started
watch
watching
Moana?
it again.
I think anyone could. if you've played
Lilo and
RPGs.
Stitch, the movie.
I've seen Mulan.
Anyone can watch Konosuba, but I don't think everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah, if you like old RPGs, you
Spirited
really
Away.
like Konosuba. Yeah.
Spirited
You can't
Away.
go wrong
Oh, I
with
thought
Everyone's
you
watched
meant the
Spirited
horse
Away.
movie.
No, I haven't.
No, I
You
mean
watched
like the
Spirited
anime
Away?
movie. I
It
saw.
scared the
Is
shit
that
out of
the one
me.
where they get turned into pigs?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when.
I saw that with
I
Michael
watched it
Steve when I was a little
younger.
kid.
Yeah, when I was younger and I got scared the shit out of it, somebody was going to turn me into a pig.
Now I always think of how Michael Steve like makes fun of
Sam.
anime, and I'm like, I watched an anime movie with you when I was like
and the freaking,
8.
what the hell is it called with the mask?
Oh
Scared
yeah,
me
that
too when
that
I was
whole
a
movie
kid.
was really creepy as a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it scared the bejesus
I was
out
probably
of
like younger than you.
me. Yeah, you were, and it scared you too. It scared the shit out
It's
of me.
terrifying.
You should watch A Lull in the Sea.
What?
Alone
A Lull in the Sea.
No.
I'm using the English names because I
Lull.
feel bad for you guys.
No, I've not. Railgun?
No, A Lull in the Sea. You should watch A Lull in the Sea. I think anyone
I
should watch
think
the show.
anyone
Pretty
could
good.
like Death Note. It's dark without being disturbing, and it's like a people love
It's
murder
pretty
porn. The
goddamn
adults love murder
disturbing.
porn. My parents love
It's
murder
not murder
porn.
porn,
My
though.
grandparents love murder porn. Yeah, it's like an
It's
investigation.
potato chip porn.
That's what people love.
Yeah,
Investigations.
they do. Well, then Psychopaths is freaking
I'm gonna
right
take
up
a
their alley,
potato
too.
chip and eat it. Ugh, ugh.
The freaking memes are so hard right
Dude,
now.
though, I love that fucking show. I love it.
Um,
I
Death
love it.
Note. I really want to read
Death
Death
Note's
Note. Have you ever
awesome.
seen the books for it?
Yeah, they're all black.
And they are beautiful.
have you
cool looking.
seen?
And there's
Death
only
Parade?
12, so I can afford it.
Have
Yes.
you seen Death Parade?
That's the way.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I've seen
Death
things
Parade.
of it, like scenes of it.
Oh,
I've
is
heard
that the
of
one
it.
The
where
main
the
character's
girl?
got white hair,
Oh.
and then the girl has long black hair. Yeah.
Is that the girl who
I think
gets
you've
stabbed
shown
in the
me
throat with
something
an
from it.
umbrella?
No, that is another.
Oh.
That
What's
doesn't sound like something he'd say anyone would like.
No,
That's like me
No.
saying anyone would like
I
Berserk.
haven't
You know
even
what people
watched
would
another
like?
yet.
Corpse Party. Everyone likes
I don't like
Corpse
no. Fuck Corpse Party too.
Everyone would love Berserk and Corpse Party. Yeah,
Yup. Everyone would love those shows.
where everyone
I'm trying to
gets
think of shows that are outside
Murdered
the
and
box.
killed all the time.
What about Sankiyo no Terror? That's a good one.
I don't know.
What is
that
the English name? Terror in Residence.
Zoom type.
That's it. Terror in Residence.
Black Bullet was a pretty sweet show.
I don't know, try-
Black Bullet is not a show for everyone. Fuck you. That show
Black
triggers
Bullet
me.
is a weird, crappy show
No,
from
it's
what I've
not.
even seen.
It's so good. but-
Full Metal Alchemist.
Which one is that?
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. Would probably
There's only one disturbing part, and it's kind of like really sad, and it would probably make
it's
people
episode
like
3.
But it's like the only really disturbing.
I watched it literally. Like I told you, I'm watching it right now. I watched that part and I literally felt nothing.
At
I was
least
like, it's so
it-
early in the show. What the hell?
At least it gets put out of its misery.
It.
It.
No spoilers, Forrest. Oh my
Yeah.
I ain't
god.
spoiling anything.
Don't memes.
The Digimon.
You're gonna go back to fucking.
Soil-
You're gonna go back
soil.
to Dragon Ball Z. and
Sword
Soul
art.
Engines.
You mean how this is
Sword
soiled?
Art Online. That's
I don't like it.
anyone could watch that. Yeah, but I feel like it's a show anyone could watch and like.
I feel like if any one of the opposite sex from us watches it, their intelligence will be insulted.
What,
Why?
if a girl watches SAO?
Yes.
Why?
Why did you have to literally put it as someone of the opposite sex of us? Why didn't you just?
Because I was insulted!
You could've
Because he's
said-
so dumb!
So you're the opposite sex.
That's anime protagonist in a nutshell. They're all supposed.
Oh,
to
because
be
he's
chaotic.
so dumb.
yeah,
or she's
he's
so.
a terrible person.
Who are you saying is dumb?
Kirito! I don't
Why, 'cause
like
he,
him.
like cheats on her all the time.
You said of the
Yeah.
other gen.
And he has a harem. And
When did
he's
he
in love
ever-
with his sister.
When did he ever
Oh,
cheat
wow,
on anyone or
weird.
be
He
in
hasn't
love
ever
with his
cheated on
sister?
Asuna. No, he's never cheated actually.
I don't remember
All the
anything
hoes
like.
are mean.
I don't remember anything like what you're saying is happening.
Oh, he's talking about how every single female in the show falls in love with him.
Every single one.
Not
Except for the ones he
everyone.
kills. A couple he killed in the first season.
I feel like people are
He
just
doesn't
Kill
kill
that
nice.
lady on the
anyone
bridge.
He doesn't kill anyone. that
Kill
fall
that lady
in
on
love
the
with him.
bridge.
Yeah,
he's
but
a
she
he's
didn't
a
fall in
pretty
love with him.
he's a pretty
No,
man
exactly, he killed
with
her.
a
I said
good
he killed her.
attitude, Forrest, and you should support him for being
He's
a
not
good
my
guy.
black swordsman.
I'd like to talk
Hashtag
about-
not my black
Speaking
swordsman.
about him killing that lady on the bridge,
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about how he has
Twitter.
he has no fucking like mental recollection of it at all after that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not in the original story.
If
I'm right.
Is that a filler?
Yeah, it might be filler.
Still killed someone.
But I mean,
Right,
he
high
doesn't
five
feel
me.
anything about it. Like he literally killed somebody.
Completely
Yeah,
spiked.
He murdered a real
Oh, sorry.
human
Brian's
being.
on Twitter over here, so I was trying to get her back into the podcast.
In
But
that
everyone likes
case,
him.
we should move on
Yeah.
from anime in general. I think that wraps it up pretty well.
Yep. It's pretty cool. So
That was long enough for a podcast. It was 35
was it long
minutes.
enough?
I can edit that.
Well, there's more topics. You guys have more than fucking anime, right? Please.
That's what he wanted it to be today.
just anime.
Well, yeah, we can wrap up.
If
What
we
else
all
would
wanna
we
let
like
ourselves
to
No,
talk
Brian
about?
has to talk something.
We could talk about other stuff. I can edit this. We can throw segments of other things in.
Yeah, we should
Alright.
change.
Recommend stuff. What? Let's.
Recommended anime.
No,
recommend
let's
some
do-
anime.
You already did pretty much.
Kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I
said
was giving out
Recommend
shows for
a manga
everybody.
Recommend a manga.
Ooh.
that you
Berserk.
think no one has heard of.
Ooh.
Berserk.
Everyone's heard of Berserk. Everything has
No,
taken.
they haven't.
Everything has
More
taken
people
from
need to
Berserk.
read Berserk. More
Berserk.
people. Vinland Saga. More people need to read Vinland Saga. More people need to read.
It was really boring, guys. Don't read it.
I
What?
don't think we should talk about
You
mangas.
don't even know what Vinland Saga is.
No.
Okay, what about comics? Any
No.
comics?
Nah, I've
Squirrel
read
Girl.
Saga.
I've read
The
too much
Walking
weird
Dead.
ass manga.
Walking Dead comic is an amazing
Everyone's
comic.
heard about Walking Dead comic.
I read it before.
Yeah, but a
Matt
lot
read
of people
it.
haven't read it.
Yeah.
Oh, I all watched the
They all
show,
see the
and the
show.
comic's
Oh,
really good.
excuse me. I'm sorry. Hypocrite.
You've never even read the comic because you're
Yeah.
a weeb.
Yeah.
I've seen
Mouse. The
Mouse.
mouse.
Mouse is such a good graphic novel.
Yeah. You guys,
It's so
anybody here
cute.
even heard of Fables?
I mean, it's
before?
not cute because, of course, it's about the Holocaust, but
Mike,
it's
No.
a nice way.
I know I
of
have to look at this, I
portraying
can't
it.
look at you.
Thing.
Mike has nothing to talk
Choose
about
either
here.
one.
you have
This will
nothing-
work great.
You don't
yeah,
read
yeah,
anything?
I do, but not much.
It worked
anymore.
that time.
Yeah.
You done?
No.
I guess. I don't know.
No,
I
keep
keep
going.
trying to do
Graphic
things, and you
novels
guys keep
stuff,
turning
yeah.
it down.
That was just
Graphic
Fables.
novels? I never read a graphic novel.
neither
A
of them.
cap.
A
Well,
graphical novel.
Number
a
one,
graphical
there's
novel.
Game of Thrones has its own graphic novel.
Game of Thrones sucks. So.
which
Ooh.
okay. Well, never mind. Fables,
Trigger the
the
world.
graphic novel will go on to that instead.
Well, let's just go around the room. Bri, have you ever watched or read Game of Thrones?
No.
Mike,
Nope.
have you ever watched or read?
Nope.
Game? Have you ever watched
I
or read?
watched it and I read the graphic novels.
Fuck.
Not the book. Read the graphic novels though.
I think it's
Save
overhyped.
pictures.
But that
It
just might be my internet.
We all
hipster.
seem like people that would watch it, even Bri, because
I watched it and then I got bored.
it's like a medieval kind of thing,
No,
and I
Bry's
feel like
been,
you're into
Bry's
that.
been betrayed by movies too much. She doesn't trust media.
Yeah.
Persepolis. That's the one I love so much. Persepolis is a really good graphic novel, also about a history topic.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I
History?
couldn't think of the word.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Bry's been
Persepolis.
backstabbed by the media too much. She watched the Percy Jackson movies. You'll
Yeah,
never trust
Bry's
movies
fake
again.
news too, so.
yeah, the books are
You
probably
know.
better. Well, you
The
know
books are always
I don't even know
better.
the books are probably better. Have you even read a Percy Jackson book?
No,
But
Bitch,
Forrest-
I will go upstairs
should.
right now and I will chuck them
Forrest,
all in
if
your
you
face.
haven't
I
read
will
the
read
books?
you The Lightning Thief. I will read it on this
Well, no,
podcast.
We can have a synopsis.
I
of the whole
believe you.
book.
Look,
Gary
I
did.
didn't want to be a half.
guys, calm down.
That's literally the first sentence.
Guys,
If you're reading this because you think you are one,
I
Put the book
believe
down.
you that
Walk away.
I believe you that the book's better than the movies. Okay.
believe all the
I
lies
watched
your mom
I
or
Am
dad told
Legend.
you about your birth.
I watched I Am Legend with Will Smith and his dog and shit, and then I read the book of I Am Legend, and they are completely different. Every single thing in the book is completely different from that movie.
I bet
From
it's
start to
not as
finish.
far off from World War Z, the movie, and World War Z,
Yeah.
the
No,
book.
the book is pretty damn far
Yeah.
off.
World
It's
War
fine.
Z and World War Z, they're not even the same
Matt,
thing. It's not even like the
Yeah.
same world.
Matt, I Am Legend, Will Smith is dealing with zombies, and I Am Legend, the
It's
book,
vampires.
it's vampires.
It's
And guess what?
vampires
It's
in
back
the-
in time.
It's vampires in the movie.
too.
Yeah, they're not zombies.
They're a virus though in their blood, and he's a
Yeah, but they're still
scientist.
vampires.
He's
Yeah.
not a scientist in the book. He's not. He's
That's how
researching, but he's going to a
vampirism
library
works. That's how
and he's
vampirism-
researching.
that's how
Yeah, you get turned into a
vampirism
vampire
works.
by biting someone and spreading a virus.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Fucking idiot.
Onions
Pretty
hurt
close.
them, and mirrors make them go nuts. Do they do that in the movie?
Mears?
Did
Yeah,
the
it's a
villain come
real-
out in the second book or the second movie when it's supposed to come out in the fourth book?
Don't you fucking talk about Kronos right now. I'll kill somebody.
But Forrest, what's really fun if
They
They
you've never
killed him too. They
I know.
killed him in the second
Okay,
movie.
move on.
if you've never read the
How does
Percy
Hollywood
Jackson,
mess up source material so easily?
They
If you-
don't. It's just they have to make it that way because they don't think that their story's compelling enough. It's the director.
They're
that-
fucking
That's
wrong.
the issue. They're wrong, exactly. Dragon Ball Z, let's do something with that. Let's make him
Live
a
action.
teenager.
Well,
In,
in the
a
case of,
school.
in the
What?
case of you
To be
bringing
able
us
to
back,
speak.
And he airbends.
yeah, eventually.
no, I'm not.
In the case of bringing back anime, though, and you talking about how animes are different than their mangas for us, it's mostly because they usually get done first. Like, the anime's being
Filler.
conducted faster than the manga is.
Filler is an issue.
A case of that would be, like, Akame ga Kill.
Well, look at this, though. They fixed it. My Hero fixed that problem. Was it so hard to figure that out from the get-go? Make 12 episodes, then wait while the manga goes forward.
They only did that for the first season. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the other season
No, the
was
second
longer.
season is going to be same. It's going to be 24.
This
That's
is the
it.
third season right now.
Yeah, we're in the third season right now.
Are they in the third season now?
Yeah.
No, I think the third season hasn't come out though
What the
yet.
fuck are you talking about? I'm watching it right
Forrest,
now.
I'm like on like episode 10 or more.
15 out of
this.
25, third season.
15 out of 25. Wrong.
I'm not wrong.
The 16th one is already out.
They
too.
only
I
did
need
that
to
for the
watch it.
first season. Yeah, I already watched the episode this morning.
One
It
Punch
came
Man
out
did
at
that
5.
too. It's 12 episodes.
Yeah, 12 standard.
Yeah, and then they went to 24, 25. Oh well. But the point is, they're not like One Piece, where it's like I'm gonna keep making episodes every single goddamn week and keep doing it.
But
and
they
then we're gonna
can.
catch up, and now we're gonna make
Yeah.
everything go at a sloth pace because we have to wait for the manga to go like a couple arcs.
No, the
ahead.
manga's the same way.
Ugh.
That's
Yeah,
the
the
problem.
manga's
Robbie
usually
tried to read it
contracted,
once. The
obviously.
manga, I know Robbie has told me, is the same. Like, it's all filler, a lot of it.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks. I don't like it.
How did we get back to anime? We lost Bry again.
It was Forrest.
It was
I'm
fun.
gone.
I was trying to say something before. I don't even
I'm
remember.
back.
I tried to say something like 6 times, and Forrest just kept
I mean-
yelling over me.
No, I made a reference
No.
to the Dragon Ball Z live action
We
movie.
did, and I brought us back to the.
The
Yeah.
Percy Jackson movies are the greatest movies ever made.
Matt,
if
I
you've
will
never read the
fucking
books,
stab
because
you.
you get to quote them instead of the books.
I didn't like the movies.
don't start with me.
I didn't like the Percy Jackson movies either, though.
Where the fuck did the pole
They're
come
bad.
from?
No, they were great.
Which
They're not
one?
good.
Wait.
The very
Oh, the
beginning.
very beginning. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Magic.
The one magic.
Magic.
Now that I watched this, I had to hate watch this movie. Like the Lightning Thief movie is so bad.
Damn.
Magic.
Yeah, we were just laying in bed, and I just go, "This happens because of magic."
What happened to the whole arc with the fucking Hades helms and everything too?
Oh,
Hades
I'm
helms
Now you
doesn't
lost me
exist.
because I'm the
Okay,
only one who
these-
hasn't read Percy
I could
Jackson.
literally
I've
rant
read it.
about these movies.
But the
forever.
books, I mean, the movie, the
Bitch.
books trash,
The
movie
books
great.
are so well written, and they have such
They
a
are.
fantastic plot throughout
Rick-
5 books. Rick Riordan is a magician.
Amazing writer.
Yeah. And the way he
More
does
like
it is
Rick
so right. And the fact, the opening line, "Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood," is so iconic. And they don't include it in the movie, which made me so fucking mad. And he just sits in a pool for like 7 minutes. It's like, I wonder whose Guzzy Pit is. It's like,
Wow, you can hold your breath for that, Yearn?
yeah, it's like, no shit.
So you guys like the books more than the movies?
Yeah, obviously.
Yes,
But it's the
Forrest,
same
if
as-
you haven't got that.
It's probably the same as
Established!
Harry Potter, though. 'Cause,
I thought
I haven't
people
read
like Harry- me
but-
either.
Yeah, but
Clearly, we're that type again. The
I
depressed
watched-
kids.
I watched Harry Potter like the first couple movies. I thought they were alright.
See, I thought everybody liked
thought
the
they were
Harry
all good.
Potter.
I have
If you-
mid-hipster syndrome where
Right.
I watch something and it's popular and everyone's like, watch this, so I watch it and then like the second season or the second movie or the second whatever, I'm like, I don't like it anymore. Done. I'm looking at the mic!
No,
What do you want
weren't.
from me?
You were looking at my girlfriend. You need to
I was
watch it.
talking to her! What are you looking at?
I'm glad we put these two
You may
out
take
outside.
Taylor, but you're not taking Bri.
Oh, damn. It's getting personnel.
Okay.
Well,
So
this
I
is
think
weird.
what I always thought is that Harry Potter fans were content with their movies because I think
don't
they
know
follow really closely. I haven't read or watched
Well, they
any
probably
of them.
follow it more
I mean,
than the
but I
Percy
think-
Jackson movies do.
Exactly, and I've
Yeah.
never heard anybody really complain because I have a lot of friends who read Harry Potter and they all seem to love the movies, but I don't know a single person who likes Percy Jackson books that liked the movies because they were so off. And fun fact, Christopher Columbus, who's the man who directed both the Percy Jackson movies,
Is that
or the
really-
first
Please
one.
tell me that's not his name.
Yeah, his name's Chris Columbus.
Damn.
Yeah. But
He went
he
to the New
directed...
Be a
World.
bitch just like the
He
first
dir-
one.
New World
he
of Magic.
directed some of the Harry Potter movies. So I'm like, how do you direct the Harry Potter movies, get them so right, and then move on to another huge book franchise and fuck it up?
Oh, damn! You
Wait,
fucked
wait.
it up!
I don't even know if fuck it up defines how bad that is.
Oh no, it's
You
their
fucked it up!
They missed the whole bonding between Annabeth and Percy completely in that movie.
Fucked it up.
Fuck me up with some person.
Yeah, they ruined the original shit. What the fuck?
Damn.
They
I have feelings for
Everybody
you. I
uses
just don't know
damn
if
until
they're
it's terrible.
positive or negative.
My favorite book is The
They missed the
Outsiders.
Ares fight.
Stay Golden
Yes.
Pony Boy.
no Ares
I like
fight,
the box cart
no
children.
Hades, no Ares fight, no
Uh,
Hades, no Aphrodite, anything in that.
Throwback Hatchet.
He used his phone to cut Medusa's head off.
Yeah. Oh my god, that made me so mad how they're like, or Luke's playing video games in his cabin, and I'm like, you gonna die. Like, you can't have that. Monsters are gonna smell you. Like,
Yeah, you can't have electronics.
bitches.
That's a
Monsters
plot
smell
point?
electronic.
Yeah, it is. It's
In
a
the
major
book.
selling part in the book.
Which,
If
I mean, you have
any
to.
source of electronic, it would.
That kind of makes it because then it'd be easier for demigods to communicate if you're allowed it. So in the first book, it's
Yeah.
addressed that they're not allowed to have.
See, it feels like the movies let you guys down. Because the movies...
Let us down.
The movies...
That's
seem
an
like-
understatement.
it destroyed.
down.
The
It gave me
movies- The
depression.
movies seemed like trash.
They are.
And I didn't
We
even
should
watch
watch
all of
them
them. I
one
watched the
night.
first one. I thought it was meh.
There was only 2.
Oh, there was only
Oh.
2 because they
Good, I didn't
couldn't.
watch the second one.
They were so bad that they couldn't finish.
How
the
do you take a
series.
375-page book and make it into that terrible movie? Yeah, that's right. I know how many pages are in The Lightning Thief, bitch.
The same way you mess up I Am Legend, the same way you mess up Dragon Ball, the
Got
same way you
some
mess up
news for
anything.
you.
Force Dragon Ball is different. No anime can be
No,
made
louder.
into a live action.
Demand your voice.
But
The
listen.
Lightning Thief illustrated version comes out on my birthday. They made like an illustrated book of the Lightning Thief,
Ooh.
and it's
Okay.
following, unlike the graphic novel which they made that like doesn't follow the story. Yeah, I know I have hair all over my pants,
You're hairy.
but unlike the graphic novel for the Lightning Thief, and I think they did multiple other ones, is this one follows the Lightning Thief directly, but they use the guy who did like the artwork for Greek gods and Greek heroes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
those are really good art, but they used his art for this illustrated The Lightning Thief, and I cannot fucking wait, and that's what I'm treating myself to.
Right.
for my
Treating
birthday.
yourself.
Well, they messed it up
Treat
because
yourself.
It's $30.
they messed it
which
up
is
because
spending
some
for
guy
me.
was sitting in there and he's like, we gotta have this. This is gonna appeal to a broad demographic of kids these days.
Dude,
So they're gonna be playing.
If
He's
they
gonna be
wanted-
playing Call of Duty in
Listen.
his campsite.
That's literally
in the
what he
movie,
was doing.
and he's
That's-
gonna be
that's
doing
legit what
this
he was
and that.
doing.
That's
but
why.
listen, if they wanted to appeal to a broad group of people, they should have left it go. Because
'Cause
the
it's
way
so
Rick wrote it,
supposed
it literally appeals to teenagers directly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
And you like it to
That's
grow
That's
up.
what they do.
You get to
Like-
grow up with the characters.
Like, I read
too.
it when I was 12 years old,
Like how
And
Harry
Percy
Potter
was
did
12.
and Percy was
Was
12.
Yeah.
And
it. Like how Harry Potter did it, and they all grew up, and the actors
Yeah.
all grew up and stuff.
Yeah, it resembles
Only
Percy
the-
Jackson and Harry Potter are very
The
close.
sad part is that we started at 12, the same as Percy. By the time Percy got to be 18, we were already
He's not
out of
even
high school.
18 yet in the books. He's
Yeah,
still
he
17.
still hasn't hit it yet.
Really?
He's there at 17. Him and Annabeth are going to high school together. He's
Well,
taking
college.
his SATs.
They're going to go to college, yeah.
No, they're in high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This became the
They're going
Percy
to
Jackson
college, he said.
podcast.
They're going to
I like
New
it.
Rome
That's a good
for
transition,
college.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
They brought Ryback.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm lost now.
They missed Blackjack, too.
Oh, I love me some Black.
Man,
All
He
I
was
know
written as a
is
girl
War of
in
the
Sea
Worlds is a way
Monsters.
better book.
Do you know?
what happened in World of the Worlds?
Blackjack was a
God,
girl
War of the
in Sea
Worlds? What do you mean,
the
what happened to it?
I
fuck?
thought you were
Rick
talking
Riordan
about
made a mistake.
War of the Worlds. You're talking about the.
He said on
the
Twitter that
broadcast,
Percy didn't
the
get a
radio?
good look
The
at
book.
him.
The
Good
book
times.
that they were reading on the broadcast.
Oh,
Forrest, did you hear him?
oh.
I said,
yeah.
The War of the Worlds is a way better book. And Forrest said, you mean the broadcast? I was like, what do you think they read on the broadcast?
It's a
Yeah.
book.
You didn't say it that way. You said the book that read the broadcast.
Yeah, because you're retarded, but...
Oh,
I'm sorry, that's problematic. I can't say the R
We
word.
don't use the R word.
I don't mean mentally disabled, guys. I mean retarded. I'm sorry.
I think you meant that the other way around.
Yeah, I think you mean mentally.
No, that's the way I meant it. Like, he's retarded. He's not mentally disabled. Like, I'm not making fun of mentally disabled people.
But you're a
I'm
dick.
making fun of
I can
Forrest
say
because
dick
he's
on the
dumb.
podcast, right? You're a dick.
Yeah, go for it.
That's problematic.
Bryce, say the N-word.
So you're talking.
Ninjas!
It's okay.
So you're talking about
You're
the.
that race.
So you're comparing it.
What?
I'm the pastiest white girl out there.
So
Right.
Matt, you're comparing it to the terrible movie where they laser beam people and only their clothes are left.
I
And
don't think I've
blood,
ever
and
seen
they
the
made
War of the
everything into
Worlds
blood.
movie.
Yeah, but you're comparing them. So aren't you kind of retarded for bringing up this point in the first place,
Where
sir?
did we go?
Did anybody
talked
else
about a
remember
movie?
the movie where the zombie falls in love with a live person?
Yes!
Oh.
We watched that. It's so
I haven't
good.
watched that, but I
Is
remember
it?
seeing commercials for it. Yeah.
I read the book.
Warm.
It gives me Sonic
Isn't
Array.
it called warm?
Warm
Warm
blooded
bodies.
or something.
Okay,
Warm
bodies.
bodies.
Warm bodies.
It was a great
Dude, that
movie.
gives me
piece of
Sonic Array
cinema.
vibes. Have you seen Sonic Array, by the way?
No.
It's an anime, but I recommend you read the manga. The manga's better. It's about a girl who gets turned into a zombie, okay?
Cool.
Yeah.
iZombie.
So,
Oh, is it like that
I recommend you read the manga, though.
Netflix show with
I
the
recommend
lady
you
who
read the manga,
is
though.
blonde
The
and
manga's
also
better.
turns into a zombie and eats
iZombie.
brains?
Isn't it iZombie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that what it's called? I don't know.
iRobot.
I
That's
think
the only
we
thing I
should-
ever think of when I hear
iRobot.
I think we should
iRobot.
try to wrap this up because I feel
Okay.
like we've been talking for a while.
It's in like an
Let's
hour.
We have.
Let's name like one thing that makes us happy. We're all
Not that
different.
fruit basket I got for Christmas.
I love being surrounded by my friends.
Oh, come
That
I was
Damn.
gonna say same.
Forrest likes to eat ass.
No!
We brought it into the podcast.
No! Get it out of the podcast!
I'm believing that, and you guys all know
I
now.
like
I
doing
know,
voices, too.
friends.
Aw.
I like talking to my friends.
And then
I like talking to my friends and forgetting I have to talk to the mic.
I'm right here.
No, the mic.
I
So that was the second podcast. Very befuddled.
I never got to
straight
say
up
what
about-
made me.
You never-
Oh my
said
god!
anything.
Then say to talk.
Nothing.
You gotta talk. There's
I'll wrap this up. You know what? Forrest, just go. I'll wrap this
My
up. You can
name's
go.
Shane,
Goodbye.
Oh my
I'm
God.
tomorrow.
that's what makes you happy.
All right, we're just gonna get Forrest out of here.
Bye.
Right, go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Just gonna
The
play
inevitable
the floor.
death of the universe.
Yes!
The fact that I'm probably gonna die soon.
I'm not gonna die soon.
I mean, it's inevitable that
We
I'm gonna die.
Inevitable. Inedible.
Okay, my name's Trey and I have a basketball game tomorrow. Bye, guys.